There's a story written in your bones about money. A story older than your first paycheck. Older than your first bank account. It was written before you could even speak. In the silence between your parents' worried glances at bills. In the tension that filled the kitchen when the word budget was whispered. In the celebrations when money came and the fear when it left. You absorbed it all like a sponge absorbs water. Every anxiety became a lesson your young mind recorded. Every limiting belief became a blueprint you would follow for decades. This is your family's money story, and it lives inside you now. But here's what most people never realize. A story written by someone else can be rewritten by you. Meet Sarah, who earned 6 figures but never had savings. Every month, her account would drain to nearly zero. She called it bad luck or poor timing or unexpected expenses. But the real reason was hidden in her childhood kitchen. Her father would say, "Money burns a hole in your pocket." He believed having money made you a target for loss. So subconsciously, Sarah spent everything to stay safe from that imagined threat. Her brain had learned that holding money equals danger. This is how invisible scripts control our financial destinies. Psychologists call these schemas or core beliefs about the world. They operate below conscious awareness, like an autopilot system. Your financial behaviors are not random acts of willpower failure. They are perfectly logical responses to the rules you learned early. Rules like money is the root of all evil. Or rich people are greedy and you must be good. Or there's never enough, so grab what you can. These beliefs create what researchers call financial flashpoints. Moments when your present circumstances trigger your past programming. The bonus check arrives and suddenly you feel compelled to spend it. The investment opportunity appears and paralyzing fear takes over. The budget spreadsheet opens and shame floods your entire body. None of this means you are broken or weak. It means you are human with a brain shaped by experience. Neuroscience shows us that repeated emotional experiences carve neural pathways. These pathways become the default routes your thoughts automatically travel. When your parents fought about money, your young brain recorded danger. When poverty meant hunger, your nervous system learned scarcity as survival. When wealth meant losing relationships, your heart chose connection over abundance. But neural pathways are not permanent highways set in concrete. They are more like trails through a forest that can be redirected. The first step to rewriting your money story is becoming aware. Awareness is the light that reveals the invisible puppet strings. Ask yourself, what did my family believe about money? What were the spoken rules and what were the silent ones? What happened when money came into our home? What happened when it left or when there was never enough? Write these observations down without judgment or shame. You are not blaming your parents or your past. You are simply seeing the origins of your current financial operating system. Sarah discovered her father's belief came from his own childhood poverty. He spent money quickly because in his youth, having it meant someone would take it. Understanding this helped Sarah separate his story from her present reality. She lived in a different time with different circumstances and different choices. The second step is challenging these inherited beliefs with evidence. Ask yourself, is this belief actually true in my life today? Does having money and savings really make me a target? Does earning more really mean I will lose my authentic relationships? Does investing really mean I am greedy or abandoning my values? Gather evidence from your actual lived experience, not your inherited fears. Sarah started small by keeping $100 in savings for a month. Nothing bad happened, and her nervous system began learning a new truth. Safety could coexist with having money in the bank. She gradually increased the amount, and the neural pathway grew stronger. The third step is creating new financial rituals that embody your chosen beliefs. If you want to believe abundance is possible, practice gratitude for what you have. If you want to believe you are capable, practice making one wise money decision daily. If you want to believe wealth and goodness coexist, donate a portion of your income. These rituals are not magic spells, but evidence builders for your brain. Each action proves your new story is real and reliable. Behavioral economists have found that identity shapes financial behavior more than willpower. When you see yourself as someone who saves, you naturally save. When you see yourself as someone destined for scarcity, you unconsciously create it. So the question becomes, who do I choose to be with money? Not who was I taught to be, but who do I choose? Sarah chose to become someone who honored money as a tool for freedom. Not something to fear or spend away, but something to steward wisely. Within 2 years, she had built a 6-month emergency fund. The panic that used to accompany every unexpected expense disappeared. She had rewritten her family's money story into her own prosperity narrative. This journey is not about rejecting your family or your past. It is about honoring your own life and your own dreams. Your parents did the best they could with the stories they inherited. Now you get to do the same for yourself and for the generations that follow. The cycle of financial struggle does not have to continue. It can end with you making one conscious choice at a time. Every budget you create with intention is an act of rewriting. Every limiting belief you question is an act of liberation. Every dollar you save or invest with purpose is a vote for your new story. This is not financial advice, but an invitation to psychological freedom. Consult qualified professionals for your specific financial situation and goals. But know that the most important work happens inside your own mind, where old stories lose their power and new possibilities take root. Your family's money story was their chapter in a much longer book. Now you are holding the pen, and the page is blank. What will you write with your choices, your beliefs, and your courage? The answer to that question will shape not just your bank account, but the legacy of prosperity and freedom you leave behind.